y'all singing together, y'all trying to figure out making ends meet, and then y'all end up in entertainment? Like, how does this all come together? Or even to the point to where you working with Tyler Perry. Like, how does it go from A to B to C to D?
Well, the whole thing started with Kirk Franklin.
Okay.
Because it was Kirk
and the family.
Kirk Franklin and the family. Kirk called us to a meeting one day. I want to meet with y'all. That's how he talked. He wanted me, so he.
Don't do that to him. Don't do that.
That's my brother.
You didn't stutter enough.
Yeah.
What he does.
And so we had a meeting, and he said he was going to go on a sabbatical. And
I didn't even know what
I had to go
that
look it up. What sabbatical mean?
What?
He was going to take a break, and it was like, does that mean we coming back? And see, we had just bought a new house. We just really getting going. And he said, no, the family's not going to be anymore. And
I was crushed.
Devastated.
I could cry right now.
Devastated.
I was out of there. I had just took a shower because we met at a restaurant. Right? We had got dressed and took a shower. I had went there. I came back home after that meeting, him saying that, got back in the shower.
And just started singing.
I was crying. And
she was crying. Not only was she crying, she did a full concert in the shower.
I started singing, and I never really, I'm not a singer.
Nobody knows.
She started singing, so I'm
I
sitting there.
started saying, I love you, Lord, and I lift my voice to worship you. Oh, my soul rejoice. Take joy, my King, in what you hear. Let it be a sweet, sweet sound in your ear. And then I just kept on and made a praise medley. And after I finished that, I say, Lord, give me peace. So when I see my brother, I'll still look up on him the same way and not have any spite against him because what happened.
Yeah.
I asked for peace, and God gave me peace through worship, honestly. And then David, he was like, I heard you singing. He was
I didn't know whether to go get something to record her because it was that sweet in the shower. It was like a moment. I'm standing there listening to her in the shower. I'm crying. And I said, should I record it? I can't record because I don't want to miss it. I didn't know what to do.
So it was a moment, but that was the end of the family. And we've learned, and I actually can say we learned this through Kirk when he used to say, change it can make you fearful, but change is not always bad. And I'm thinking like, this is horrible. What we're about to do. And go ahead.
Right now back up. We had some wonderful. We got to travel the world.
I love.
At somebody
That's why she was crying.
I was, because I was like, this is what I do, and that's what I told him at the table. I was like, I stand behind you and pray for you. I'm not just back there jumping around and dancing. I said, I'm praying for you, asking God to bless you as you standing before His people. I say, who gonna do that?
We were devastated because we loved it and we loved him.
Yes,
we still love him. It was just like.
But I
what are we doing?
Why?
What did we do?
Right.
And so that season ends, and so I'm like, I gotta take care of my family. Yes. What are we gonna do? So I didn't have time to be angry. Right. There was you know about the lawsuit and all of that stuff. We chose not to participate. I said, I don't have time to participate in being angry. I got mouths to feed. I don't have time for that. So I reached out to a promoter that we'd done a play.
But he was a part of the promoters from when we were tour too.
Yeah, we were doing tours and we did a play with Kirk back in the day. And I remember him and I just called him. I said, hey man, I need some work. I need to figure out where I'm going now. We're no longer with the family and all of this. He said, I got this guy I want you to go meet in Chicago. It's this guy, he's a playwright. He's writing plays, up-and-coming playwright. Just want you to go check him out. I used my frequent flyer miles to fly from home to Chicago and met this guy. And I said, well, I want to audition. Okay, let's do the audition. We did the audition. It was this guy nobody knew. I don't know if y'all know him now. His name is Tyler Perry. And,
That was so good.
And so I went to Chicago just to audition for this play, this guy that's just doing plays. And I told him, I said, well, I come as a package deal. My wife, she don't act, but she'll sing. And he was like, well, just bring her. And she was like terrified. Yes. She was already terrified. She was like, I don't know. I don't act. I said, well, I already told him we come as a package.
Right.
You know, I did the audition, and I auditioned for this character that he had at the time. I don't know if y'all know this character's name, Mr. Brown. I auditioned
Actually, it was just Brown.
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 It was Brown.
And when we put the Mr. on it.
And never could have imagined. So the worst thing that happened to us in our career was the best thing that happened to us.
Wow.
That's why change.
There's a message. There's a sermon in there right
Yeah.
there.
Yeah.
It was the worst. It was the most devastating thing because now we're trying to figure out what are we going to do? How are we going to pay bills? That's what I was worried about, feeding family. And it was the best thing that ever happened to us.
So he brings y'all on, and then does it just take off like a rocket ship? Or
No.
is it okay, so
You know, we're on the Chitlin circuit. You know, nobody cares.
I remember seeing him on a Southwest flight one time in the airport.
Yeah,
I said,
we did fly some in the
Yeah.
beginning. We did.
Yeah.
Quite a bit.
And it went to where we were doing the play. Now, the first play, we were not the stars. Madea, Mr. Brown, Cora were not the stars of the play. There was somebody else that was the star of the play. They didn't come.
The pool. Yes.
The star didn't come. So it's us, three misfits on stage. Nobody knows us. So we're scared that we're going to get booed. We're like, they about to kill us. These people, we're in Chicago. They going to kill us if the star don't come. We got away with it. I think it was a Tuesday night or a Wednesday. We got away with it. That's, you know, that's the
Tuesday night
weekday
start.
crowd. We got to the weekend and still it's like,
The person didn't
Tyler literally, you know how like back in the day you playing satellite footballs?
Plays.
Okay, doing the plays on it. Okay, we're going to go here, and you're going to go right here, and you'll say this, and then we're going to do this, and we'll just take her lines, and we'll put them over here. That's the way
So
he
he
did
took
it.
a line. Yeah,
Took all
they
the
both
lines.
they both took the line.
Just split the lines up.
wow.
But for the chemistry to take off like it did,
Yeah.
I think that's the kicker and the scary part of it.
Yeah.
Is people took to these characters, and it's like
Yeah.
by the time the weekend got there, it was
The
like,
audience was doing standing ovations.
and we couldn't
We
believe
were scared.
Yeah.
Yeah.
we couldn't believe how it just. I think what they were doing between Tyler and him, Mr. Brown, David, they didn't. It's like they didn't miss a beat. So to me, it's like you forgot that somebody else was supposed to be coming out because they kept them going
We
and
kept
the
the
laughter
audience moving.
And that's what. And David was coming up. He came up with the ashy knees and act. You know, it's
The
just
clothes and all
then
of that
even
stuff.
with him in a wig, he was playing with a wig, and Madea used to set this wig actually on fire with her lighter. So in order for her to stop doing it, David one day just took a water bottle and just sprayed the wig
He
down.
could not light the wig
He
on
kept trying to
fire.
light it,
Oh,
and
it
it's
was
like, and then he came in like soul glow, and he was just shaking the hair, you
Because that
know.
was Mr. Brown's toupee.
Yes.
And to have that to go from like plays and to people start recognizing, it's like, wait a minute. This is more than Chitlin Circuit. Because we were cool with just riding under the radar. As long as we were under the radar, nobody messed with us. We wasn't messing with nobody.
Yeah.
Oh, but the word got out.
And we were having sold out shows.
Yeah, and it just started to there are still some records that we have in some of these theaters for
Sheesh.
attendance.
And we were going back like weeks. It's like you would go and say some of them stay
2 and
2
3
weeks.
weeks, yeah.
It's like you leave out and you go back and you still they did just as well. It's like us learning like now it's like you really see it. Now that we've been in the business so long, you kind of
Yeah.
see how things go. But it was amazing how even with the other cast members, how all of us came together, and it was some good cast.
Yeah.
Now, rumor has it that in all of that success, in all of that stuff that was going on, that Tyler was generous with the success.
Yeah.
It was.
Yeah, you know, and we have to joke with some of the cast now. They getting the kinder, gentler Tyler.
They are.
They
Okay.
get the kinder, gentler, because, you know, we were all learning this business and learning this
and
thing.
his testosterone, he was. I say, you so
We were
sweet
all-
now. You so sweet. You are so sweet.
He like,
bro.
I got a little more money. I can relax.
And I
Yeah.
I'm so
Well, we were
proud of
all
you.
early 30s and just trying to figure this thing out.
Yeah.
And me and him bumped heads a lot, too.
Okay.
A lot. And we were talking about recently we did an interview. It was just, I passed trauma. We found out I passed trauma with men.
Yes.
Made us like, because I told
Bump
you early
heads.
on, it was like all you had to do is say boo to me. And his was the same way. And we didn't know that early on. Now it's just like, brother,
They so kind.
all we are saying is we just want peace.
Yeah,
At this
yeah.
age, it's just like, man, it's just peace. And, you know, generous, I think that's an understatement with him. People do not know. You hear all the stuff that you hear on the internet, but us being on the inside, we know, like, you didn't have to do that for that person. Well, I don't want to tell anybody's business, but I know there's some instances where he didn't have to pay some people because they couldn't do certain things. But he paid them. He just paid them anyway because it was the right thing to do. He just said, yeah, just go ahead, just take the money. Yeah.